Hey, this podcast holds nothing sacred. This is Life, Tech, and Sundry. And what is Sundry? It's our experiences put in a melting pot to the internet. So join us on this wild ride called the LTS Podcast. Follow us at LT Sundry on Twitter, LTS.pod on Instagram, Life, Tech, and Sundry on YouTube, and all your favorite podcast distribution services. Stay frosty.
Hello, dear listeners. My name is Marcos, and welcome to this LTS Out of Office Halloween edition. If everything goes right, this episode will come to you live one day before Halloween of 2024. And with that, I want to give you a special episode, something that caught my attention and I want to share with you. Remember, you can find the podcast on YouTube, on Apple Podcast, on YouTube Music, and anywhere that you listen to your favorite podcast. So remember to leave a comment, and that way we can increase the communication lines if you're interested in them. If you are interested, okay? So with that, let's dive in to this Halloween edition. And for that, I have something that is very old and caught my attention because of my heritage. Specifically because I'm not only an American, I also have Mexican heritage. And there was a lore in Mexico about skinwalkers, so native culture about that lore, folklore, if you will. So I wanted to do some research about what the equivalent is in the United States. So with that, I'm going to start what I had for research, and I want to hear your opinion if you're comfortable, okay? So let's dive in. Skinwalkers, shapeshifting terrors in Native American lore. Welcome to this Halloween edition of the LTS Out of Office podcast, where we delve into the chilling legends that haunt the landscape of North America. From the whispering pines of Maine to the stark beauty of the Sonoran Desert, tales of shape-shifting creatures known as skinwalkers have haunted the dreams and fueled the imagination of indigenous peoples across North America for centuries. These are not simply monsters in the night, but complex beings interwoven with the spiritual beliefs, moral codes, and deepest fears of the cultures that whisper their names. More than just a monster. To understand Skinwalker, we must move beyond the simplicity. We must move beyond the simplistic image of a creature that merely changes its form in many traditions. The Skinwalker is a human who has provided the sacred power of shapeshifting, often through taboo acts like necromancy, grave robbing, or murder of a close relative. This act twists their humanity. So, the folklore is basically a code that has been developed through time. Did not see that one coming, dear listeners. Wow. Yeah, it kind of adds up. Okay, now let's continue. A journey through tribal traditions. Now, let's embark on a journey across this land of shadowed spirits, where every whisper in the wind carries the potential for terror. Starting from the East Coast. One of my favorites, dear listeners. I'd say the best. No? Dispute that in the comments. Starting with Maine, the Wabanaki tribe. Ooh, this name is interesting, so bear with me. All the native names are complicated. I don't speak them, so they will be mispronounced. I will try my best, but sorry ahead of time. The Kiwakwa, a creature of deep woods and misty lake shores, is said to possess eyes that burn with an infernal glow. Its movements defying the natural laws of the physical world. Some stories say the Kiwakwa can manipulate the weather, summoning storms and fog to conceal its presence. And now, Pennsylvania, the Lenape tribe. The Mahtantu haunts the rugged peaks of the Appalachians. This shadowy being walks upright like a man, but its grotesque features are a horrifying blend of human and animal characteristics. Legends say the Mahtantu can mimic human voices to lure its victims into the treacherous mountain terrain. And you don't want to know what happens after that, dear listeners. You can connect dots. And now to Florida with the Seminole tribe. In the murky depths of the Everglades, the Seminole whisper of the Esti Kapkaki. The elusive being can shift its form with lightning speed, disappearing into the dense foliage before one's very eyes. It is said to be a master of disguise, able to perfectly mimic the appearance of both animals and humans. I'm speechless. It's very interconnected with the lore, the folklore in my culture in Mexico. So it's interesting to find that also on the East Coast. But beware, traveler, for the East Coast is merely the beginning. Venture westward, and you'll find that the shadows deepen and the stories grow even stranger. Going now to the West Coast, California, the Chumash. The Slough is a creature of the dense forest, known for its incredible agility and the unexplainable tracks it leaves behind. Some believe the Slough can manipulate time and space, appearing and disappearing at will. Leaving witnesses disoriented and terrified. Yeah, California is weird with that one. All of them are weird, but that's the folklore of their native tribes. And mind you also, there's a lot of tribes in each state, so this is just a highlight. There's going to be variations even within each state, so bear with me with that too. And now to Washington, with the Coast Salish. Wow, the Coast Salish. The Coast Salish. Near the sacred grounds of Native American reservations, the Coast Salish tell of the Striaha. This creature mimics the cries of animals to lure its prey, but its presence is often preceded by an unnatural silence that falls over the land. It is said to be repelled by light, preferring to stalk its victims under the cover of darkness. And now to Oregon, with the Klamath tribe. The Gevaudan, a creature whose very name evokes a sense of dread, is blamed for the mutilation of livestock and a pervasive atmosphere of fear in isolated rural communities. Some stories describe the Gevaudan as having an insatiable hunger driven by a dark force to inflict suffering. From the chilling mists of the Pacific Northwest we journey southward, where the heat of the days give way to the oppressive humidity of the night, and the creatures of darkness find new forms to terrify. South, we start with Texas, with the Comanche tribe. Ranchers in Texas whisper tales of the Piamupitsi, a predator that leaves behind a trail of mutilated livestock. Its hunger is insatiable, and its methods are brutal. Some believe the Piamupitsi is not just a physical creature, but a manifestation of the land's anger at those who disrespect it. Louisiana, with the Choctaw in the shadowy swamps and bayous of Louisiana. The Choctaw tell of the Nalusa Falaya, a creature of immense power and disturbing aura. It lurks in the darkness, waiting to claim the souls of those who stray from the path or disrespect the spirits of the land. But our journey is far from over. The heart of the continent holds secrets just as dark, where ancient spirits roam, and the line between the worlds is thin. We go north to Alaska with the Inuit tribe. In the unforgiving landscape of the Arctic, the Inuit speak of the Atlet, a shape-shifting being deeply connected to the land. It can transform into familiar animals like seals or polar bears to stalk its prey. Some legends say the Atlet can control the minds of its victims, leading them to their doom. What can't they do? Yeah, I got a lot of thoughts. It's north, south, east, west. What else is there? Let's see what else is there. Yeah, Montana with the Blackfeet tribe. The vast wilderness of Montana is home to the Omaxican, a creature that walks upright with a sinister purpose. Its presence casts a shadow of fear over the land, and it is said to be drawn to places of conflict and violence. Wow. And finally, we arrive to the heartland, where the spirits of the earth whisper secrets of transformation, and the power of fear takes on new and terrifying dimensions. The central regions like Utah with the Navajo Nation, the Navajo tribe. The Navajo Nation, home to the infamous Skinwalker Ranch, is where the legend of the Loshi is most prominent. The malevolent witch can transform into terrifying creatures, often using its powers to cause harm and spread fear. The Loshi is a powerful symbol of the danger of abusing spiritual knowledge and power. Wow. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Wow. With New Mexico, the Pueblo tribe. Near the ancient Pueblo reservations, stories circulate of the Canon Cistontius, a creature with an uncanny awareness of its surroundings. It leaves behind unexplained tracks and seems to be always watching, always waiting. Some believe the Canon Cistontius is a guardian of the sacred sites, punishing those who trespass or show disrespect. from New Mexico, we go to Colorado with the Ute. In the towering mountains of the Colorado, the Ute speak of a skinwalker as a bipedal creature that observes from the shadows. Its motives are shrouded in mystery, but its presence serves as a chilling reminder of the unknown forces that exist in the world. Respecting the lore, it is important to remember that those stories are deeply ingrained in the cultural and spiritual beliefs of Native American tribes. They are not merely scary stories, but cautionary tales that teach moral lessons and reinforce cultural values. When exploring these legends, we must approach them with respect and sensitivity, acknowledging the diversity of beliefs and traditions surrounding skinwalkers. The enduring power of fear, whether born from genuine encounters with the unknown or from the deepest recesses of human imagination. Skinwalker stories serve as a chilling testament to the enduring power of fear and the mysteries that lie hidden in the shadows of our world. They speak to our primal instincts, our fascination with the unexplained, and the unsettling realization that there are things in this world that defy logic and reason. This Halloween season, as the wall between worlds grow thin, remember the chilling tales of the skinwalkers. They are a reminder that some doors are best left unopened and some shadows are best left unexplored. But they also remind us of the power of storytelling, the importance of cultural traditions, and the enduring fascination with the unknown that lies at the heart. And with this, I mark the end of the LTS Out of Office. Remember, leave a comment with your thoughts on Instagram, X, and YouTube. Follow us on your favorite podcast catcher. My name is Marcos, and happy Halloween.